folks, thanks for joining me today. So in today's tutorial, this is the second installment of the Tiki Mask Coasters that I promised that I would do. And this one I had already sketched on and painted white before I hit record. So I do apologize for that. However, it is the same steps as the previous video where I sketched everything on and then I painted everything white. So I had a nice base coat and then let it dry, and then I start putting on the details. And that really, I think, is what is the most important, is the details, not necessarily the steps to get there as the beginning, getting the base down and all that good stuff. But I did show it in my last video, so I do apologize for that. Not everybody's perfect, and I guess I was so excited about getting this done that I forgot to hit the record button. So anyway, you're seeing me put on the wood grain, and I am using some Palomino tan and some spice brown, and I'm doing it like a one-stroke painting technique so that I get the different shades of the two colors mixed together. So basically what I did was I took the Palomino tan and I painted the entire thing, and then I dipped the tip of the paintbrush, which is a chisel brush, into the spice tan, and then I did another stroke over top of that while the paint was still wet. So that's how I got this wood grain kind of look. It was really quick and easy to do, and I do it for all four. So just so that you're aware that you're going to be seeing this over and over, but that's okay. And now I am using some, oh, what color is this? I think it is light green by Craftsmart. And then the color that I'm using right now is actually a mixed color that I made. So what I did was I took some of the ocean blue and I mixed it in with some Kelly green. And I got this really nice teal color. And it's so amazing with the acrylic paints on what colors you can get just by mixing them. Just make sure that if it's a color that you're going to be using, to make sure that you've mixed enough, because to mix again to get the same color is almost impossible. So I tend to mix up a bunch, and it's usually more than what I need, but that's okay. I do use it in a couple of my other paintings. So, and they're ones that so basically what I do is while I'm painting this, I also have another project on the go that's not being recorded, so that I can use the same color paints, especially if I mix them. And it's just something that I do. So I'm just putting on the details of this little guy here. Each one of them are completely different. I really wanted to make these characters, like, you really have to animate their facial features. So these are his eyebrows, and they're sort of like a unibrow. So, and again, with the same mixed color that I had made, and I go from one side to the other side, as you saw, and his eyes are going to go underneath those. So, and I'm also using the orange blue for the little cross there at the top. And I'm using one of my dotting tools from the Dotting Center for making the eyes. And then I come in with a paintbrush and, well, I'm fixing up the eyebrows right now, but I do come in with a paintbrush and I smooth out those eyeballs. So I want them to lie as flat as possible. And because I will be putting a black pupil in there. So I really wanted to make sure that the paint was flat and was able to accept another color up on top. So I finished off his eyebrows so that they were coming closer to his eyes. I don't know why I'm calling him a he, but I guess kind of looks like a he. I don't know. Anyway, so now I'm bringing in his nose, and I'm basically working from the top down to the bottom of the face or of the mask. So I'm using Straw by DecoArt, or sorry, by Delta. All the colors that I use are listed in the description, and so I list the brand names and I list the color, the actual color name. So if you want to use the same colors or something similar, that's all available to you. I have noticed that a lot of my Delta paints are very old. And when I go to get a replacement, like I haven't been able to find Delta paint. So I'm trying to match them up with the DecoArt series as I use these paints and I replace them, and the colors aren't always the same. So just keep that in mind, that even though I'm using a lot of my Delta paints, it's because I have so many of them and I just haven't replaced them with new stuff. So you can definitely find something that is similar. Or you know what? You don't even have to use the colors that I'm using. Make this your own. Use whatever colors you want. The sky's the limit, and your imagination is what's going to give you your inspiration. So make sure that you just pick some really live and fun colors to make your own little tiki mask. And I'm giving this guy a very happy smile with some really nice bright white teeth. And now what I'm doing too, I wanted to really show you this and explain it. So this is another one stroke painting. And what I'm doing is I am adding leaves in the front of his mask, and I'm using the color that I mixed, and I added a little bit of black, and then I'm going to make it look like they're flopping over. So using the chisel brush is the best way to do this, and I'm making it a lighter color that's sort of falling over. So I put the tip end and lay it flat up against the top of the leaf, and then I pull it down into a point. Or you could do it the other way, where you start with the point and then you pull it up and let the chisel lay flat once you get to the top edge of that that leaf. So it gives the illusion that it's darker underneath and makes it really look like that it's flopping over. So now I'm just adding a little bit of highlight. So basically all I did was I added a little bit of white paint to my mixed paint, and just adding the white highlights on the top. And again, really makes it look like that it's flopping over, and it was so easy to do. So something there for you to do. You could include it in any of your paintings that you're doing. I just thought it was a really fun way to do the leaves. I don't know, maybe hockey's on my brain. The Toronto Maple Leafs. Anyways, so I just found it was a very quick and easy way to do that and to get this really cool effect. So that's what I did. And then there's some of the lighter colors that I had to touch up because once it started to dry, or once it did dry, the black was starting to come through in some of the spots that I painted over that didn't have a white background. So I did have to do a couple coats on those, but that's okay. I really, really liked how this guy turned out. He looks so happy and so wanting to hold your drink, and he would be very proud to do so. So anyways, so now I'm just putting in some black inside of his mouth there, and then I will start to clean it up. So when I was doing this and painting it, I wasn't being very careful about staying in the lines or anything like that, because I knew that with having a black background, I could go in and fix up any of those mistakes around the outside. So I was careful when I was working on the inside, so that because of that two-tone wood kind of style that I put on them, I knew that was going to be hard to fix up if I messed that up or if I got extra paint on it somewhere. But the outside I wasn't too concerned about, because now I can go in with my black paint and I can really shape the outline of it, and do that on the whole outside of the mask. And so that's what I'm doing now. I'm outlining everything. So I'm using my fine lining brush. You can find a tutorial for that in my description on how to make your own. This is a homemade one that I basically took a paintbrush that had finished its purpose of life for its original purpose. And then I gave it a new purpose by giving it a little haircut and leaving only a few bristles so that I could use it as a fine lining brush. And so, yeah, you can go and check out that video, and it shows you how you can do the same. So I like doing that just to give new life to something, and not just throw it out when it's done. I like to find a new purpose. So that's exactly what I did. So as I'm outlining this, I'm going to just take this opportunity to say thanks for joining me. And if you're still here, I'm so happy that you've hung out with me to watch me paint this. And if you like it, the best way, the most easiest way to show me is by giving me a thumbs up. You could also leave me a comment. You could subscribe if you haven't already. If you're new and you're really liking this stuff, subscribe and ring that notification bell. I do try to post at least once a week, usually on Fridays. But when I do little series like these, I try to do them back to back so that you don't have to wait around too long to see the finished product. And this is kind of like a little mini project where I did each one of the masks, and I also do a holder. So that's what this is all about, is to bring you something new, fun, creative, and something that you can do at home. So I really hope that you enjoyed it, because I had so much fun creating these masks and coming up with different expressions and using the bright colors. Just so much fun. I've had some people comment on the Tiki Mask that I did on just a rock. That tutorial was posted, I think it was last month. I can link it in the description below. But I had a lot of comments from people that said that it looked like Crash Bandicoot. Not the actual, it's a video game. And Crash Bandicoot, when he reached a certain number of power-ups, he ended up getting this tiki mask that protected him, and floated around with him everywhere he went. So I had a lot of people make comments to me that that one that I painted looked like the one from Crash Bandicoot. So let me know what you think. If these guys remind you of something else. It could be that video game. It could be something else completely. I'd love to know what they remind you of, or if you have a connection with them, or whatever. Like, just to say hi, throw a comment in the comment section below. I love reading all of your comments. I answer them as quickly as I can. It's just amazing on where all of these comments are coming from. Um, I've had people from Australia, I've had people from England, the United States. Um, it's just been mind blowing to me and very humbling that I have all of these people that are watching me. So I hope you continue to watch, and as I create these fun little things, and that you stick around and enjoy what I bring. I'm just going to add a few more little details to this guy, separating his teeth and putting some little white dots in his eyes for the light catching glimmer, and then it's finished. So I really hope you've enjoyed this. And remember, folks, life is what you make it. So get creative.